Hey, this is Rick from MikenRickOUTDOORS, and I've already done a review on this Kodiak tent. It's 10 by 14. It's a Kodiak canvas, and I'm going to show you inside how I've laid it out so you can get some ideas. Maybe might make you think of something you want to do. So let's go look inside real quick. All right, like I said, it's to 10 by 14. If you haven't seen my other videos, this is it has a center pole and supports on either end, but not on the corners. So it is a 4-season tent, but not rated for really heavy snow loads. So we're gonna come inside here well, let me show you the outside just a little bit. So there's 2 windows on either side, on both sides, and then there's a door on both sides, and then you can see over here there is an awning. And then there's a door and window on this side too. So other than the awning, they are exactly the same. Well, there's Mike's tent right there. He's got the shower, he's got the stove, and that's his cabin tent. But this isn't about Mike today. This is about me and my tent. So I've got to get my 5 minutes of fame, as you would say. All right, let's start over by the door. And so I've told about this tent in reviews, other reviews, so I'm not going to go through. There's a vent up top and the windows inside. I really want to show you the layout. So right by the door, I've got my chair. I've got a small table here where I cook on, and I keep my food pretty much over on this right side. Underneath, I've got an extra propane tank, as I told you in another video, I think. It's always good to have a backup, have a backup heat source, and also have backup propane tanks if you're using propane. I've got my other table right here. This is where I've got my laptop. I have an inverter, a real large inverter on the left over there where I charge everything at night, my drone, my camera batteries, my laptop. And then underneath this table, I've got my bins, so it's food, cleaning supplies, extra canisters of propane. And then on the left, there's my propane tank, 20-pound propane tank with a couple backpacks. And then I've got the Big Buddy, Mr. Heater, Big Buddy, there on the floor. And it's going on high right now. Now, it doesn't really seem like it makes a lot of sense since I have the door wide open, but it is a video and all for effect, right? So I've got my temperature gauge inside. It's still up to about 68 degrees, even though I've opened the door. I have a little dome light right there. And then over here, I've got a porta potty and an end table. And so that stands for itself. Don't really need to explain more there. I keep some of my clothing bag gear at the foot of my bed. And then here is my bed and another end table right over there that it's hard to see with this chair here. So this is an REI cot, Kingdom cot. It's really big, oversized, longer, and what we do is we put foam, or I have memory foam, 3-inch memory foam I put down. I put sheets on top over that. And then I have 2 sleeping bags that are unzipped and folded more like a comforter, and then a couple blankets. Depending on how warm or cold it is, that will be that'll change. And so I sleep. Mike has the same setup as I do. We sleep really great this way. It's almost like sleeping at home. This is really comfortable. You will really like sleeping this way, because another thing is sometimes you get too cold. If you're sleeping on an air mattress and it's super cold outside, you need to have an insulated layer below you. And on an air mattress, if you don't have an insulated layer on top of that air mattress, you will freeze. And I have in the past. This with this cot and with the 3-inch memory foam, I never get cold in this. Now, I did get cold when my head got cold when my heater ran out the other night, but it's a great way to sleep. So you can see that's the basic setup in the tent. Now, I do move my chair around. When I want to work at the table, I'll take this chair and I'll move it over. So that's the only thing I actually move within the tent. And this is the basic setup. And it's rated for, I think, 8 or 9 people. But for me, it's rated for 1 person, because I like to spread out. I like a lot of things in my tent. And when it's snowing or raining, you want to be able to be comfortable in your tent. You want to be able to cook. You want to be able to read a book, sit down and do something on your laptop. I organize all my videos at night. After we're done eating, I come in here and I organize all the videos into subfolders. So this is my layout. It's, you know, there's another thing nice about having a 10 by 14. I do want a bigger tent. I want a couple different size tents, because if I have company with me, people that are family, friends with me, that it'll be a good tent for them to use. Or in the summer I may use this if I don't need the heating source, because that does take a little room up over there. But what's nice about the smaller tent, and I will back up outside to finish this conversation. What's nice about this smaller tent, and it's not small, most tents are way smaller than this, but what's nice about this compared to Mike's, and I do like the bigger tent, so don't get me wrong on this, but the 10 by 14 cubic feet wise, it heats up faster. You don't need as much of a heater to heat this up versus Mike's tent. Keep that in mind, because bigger is not always better, and in some cases it is. In this case it may not be. It's up to you. So just think about how you like to camp, how many people you have with you. Are you winter camping, you summer camping? Think about your priorities and what you like. And if you have any questions and you want any advice, Mike and I are more than willing to answer questions and tell you our experiences with things, and to point you in the right direction for tents, stoves, sleeping, ways to sleep better, cook, all that. We'd love to talk to you, answer your questions. This is a very interactive channel. We like to respond really quick to people. So thanks for joining us here in Colorado at the Miramonte Reservoir. And it's been cold, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been beautiful. So we will see you back out here soon in Colorado or elsewhere. Might be in Oklahoma next time. So thanks a lot for joining us here.